It's Mortal Kombat time! Hello and welcome to another figure review. Today we're going to have a look at the Storm Collectibles Mortal Kombat Sub-Zero in the... What did we call this one again? It's version 2, basically. I don't know what they're calling it, like Combat, whatever. I ain't tired of Storm Collectibles yet because, well, this is the last one that I'll be reviewing for a while whenever they got some more stuff out of there. But Scorpion 2.0 had some paint issues, and this is the exact same figure, obviously with a repaint. Did they do it better? Let's find out. Short answer is no. What the hell is going on, Storm Collectibles? What are you doing? Stands at about 17.5 centimeters to the top of his head, which means we're going up to a little shy of 7 inches. Overall look in detail of the figure, as I mentioned already, this is like Scorpion 2.0. Because that was the gimmick of Mortal Kombat, they had all the pilot swap ninjas. So they didn't use up enough, a lot of memory in the game, so you could just have the exact same character with just a different color and a different moveset. But he has them icy eyes, which I think there's like a hint of blue in it. Correct me if I'm wrong, it looks kind of like it. For the rest of it, obviously the face mask and everything is the same. It is blue instead of yellow. Now let's get to the ugly lines. Now to be fair, I think it might look a teensy tiny bit better than Scorpion did. But yeah, these lines are still pretty rough. They are not clean, they are not straight. They fiddle around like it's a kindergarten project. Well, no, Scorpion looked like a kindergarten. This is like middle school or whatever. It's not looking that bad from afar, but if I'm reviewing this stuff, so I have to show you this stuff. It's not pretty. Now the mold is nice. You have all the wrinkles over here. I gotta give him credit where credit is due. Molding wise, this is still very good, and I like the icy blue on it. Also, just as a little detail, he has a butt. It's butt time, and very muscly calves and arms, and just muscles everywhere. Detail on his arm pads is a little bit better. Well, actually pretty good. There's just a tiny bit of bleeding going on. And then lines on the side. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know, dude. It's just, what is going on with Storm? Are they going down already? It seems like it. I remember, like it was just yesterday. It's just like, what was it, 2-3 years ago when Storm Collectibles started. It was new, it was exciting, adventurous, and now it's just like, what is going on with your color? Well, it's not that bad. I don't want to knock it too much. This one actually looks pretty good on the shin pads also. And you have nicely molded detail. Kind of like wraps on the calves, thighs, whatever. There's that. Moving on to the articulation. If I'm yelling a little bit and I'm sounding a little bit weird, it's because I'm tired and angry, which is a very volatile combination when you're me. So, if you're getting a kick out of it, like and subscribes. Ha, while I'm at it, why not? So, we got the head, moves forward, doesn't really move to the back. I think I had the same problem with Scorpion. This one is really stiff. I need to give it a good tuck. It does go to the back though. But yeah, the ball joint on it is pretty bad. They didn't leave any room on the head, but then you have the neck articulation, which kind of makes up for it. I guess it really does, because the neck articulation is pretty good. Head goes all the way around, got a big hinge in the shoulder, can bring that back and forth this entire piece. Rotation in the shoulder itself, but if you don't like that, you also have a bicep swivel, which is stuck, and just bicep swivel. Double hinged elbow, and the fist is on a ball hinge back forward rotation or swivel, whichever you want to prefer calling it. Now for, holy, what is going, I kind of want to lift this up just to free, but I think this one is frozen. Okay, let's not try to break anything. I wanted to get to the chest articulation. Goes forward a lot, to the back. It is so stiff. Also a lot. It is, articulation is awesome. Also this is soft plastic, moves to the side, so it will not get in the way. It might pull it back a little bit because it is thick plastic, but it does also tilt side to side, right? Yeah, a little bit. I can't really get it. It's so, this one is like very stiff, which is nice. So he does hold the poses, but it's hard to show you how he moves also. Face mask is not really the tightest. It was already off in the box, so yeah, we got that. Then you got the crotch piece, which rotates around, has some very nice motion. Can bring that forward also. Torso articulation. Now we go to the legs, goes forward, goes out to the side, and goes to the back. Has rotation on it, double hinged knees, and the foot is on a ball hinge, I think, yeah. There's something in there, goes forward. Back does tilt side to side, oh so beautifully, and has a toe hinge to round it off. Okay, actually a lot more accessories than I expected. First, for the hands, you got some posing hands, kind of sort of pointy finger on one hand, but like we're just kind of grappling. And this is more like a holding hand, even though it doesn't really have, well, he does have something to hold. Let me get on that in just a second. And open, chop hands, or whatever, just neutral, relaxed hands. And then there's something to hold, actually. It's a spine with a head on it because of the fatality, which created the ESRB, or whatever it's called again. But yeah, it's beautiful. It's like, I love that it's so shiny and red and bloody, and even has some dirt on it. It's a very nice accessory. It looks great. Speaking of which, this is one of the best accessories I've ever seen in my entire life. Yes, that good. It is the eye poke of doom, where he just pokes somebody's eyes and then just kind of explode out of his face. I don't know how that works, but it's hilarious and it looks great. Then you have a blood effect, which apparently you just drape it over his fist and you punch somebody with it and then it looks like there's blood coming out of them, like in the game. And this entire mess, and I call this a mess because it actually gives me cancer just looking at it. It's like you built your own ice effect and whatnot. I don't like building my own stuff, just for the record, but you have all these little pieces which just have to combine, and this is one. This is the ice effect where you slide the hands in and then you put some beams on, something of that, I don't know. Put some beams on there, and then you also have some beams to put on the ground. Beams. And whatever the hell this is. Well, actually, there's some more beams on there. Now let's have a look at the instructions to give you kind of like an idea of this entire mess, because I'm not actually seeing through it. Step 1, there's this one. Step 2, you have all this crap. A special effect, yeah, this is like for the fist. I already covered that. So apparently the little part combines with the big part on the ground, so you can have like yeah. You can have like the move where it freezes the ground and people go whoop, 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 and that's it. And this is what it kind of looks like. This was not enjoyable in the slightest, and it doesn't really stay in. There you go. I would recommend, like, really everything is a tight fit and it's just hard getting anything in there. Also, this is completely warped. So what you want to do is get a hairdryer and just max this crap up and just make it melt. Make it go wobbly, and then you stick everything in. Let it go back to hard, and that's really weird way to say it, but anyway. Here's the other part, which looks a lot better, actually, and it's not a chore to get everything in there. It's just like, it's just holes, and you pack it in. It's so easy, it's so nice. But yeah, this is kind of convoluted. And why didn't they just make it a solid piece instead of all these wobbly bits, which like, no! So that's gonna do it. That's gonna bring me to the final thoughts for this Storm Collectibles Sub-Zero figure. And as much as I complain about the paint, that's really the only thing that bothers me about this figure. He looks amazing if you don't go in too closely. I love the color combinations. I love the pick of the nice blue. It looks so icy McSpicy. And even though I complain about how the accessories are annoying to put together, he still has them. And he still has a lot of them. And I did not expect that much, because this is one of the little bit cheaper Storm Collectibles releases. As such, I'm really pleased with it. Articulation, obviously, Storm Collectibles does that very well. So as such, I still do recommend this guy if you can get over the kind of botched lines in the gi, like the black lines. But still, as I'm saying, can't really tell if you're not really going into. So that's gonna do it, guys. As usual, thank you very much for watching. Don't forget, if you enjoyed this review, hit it up with a like and subscribe to the channel so you can stay tuned for more figure reviews, card game stuff, and whatever Sub-Zero wants. Like black lines that are clean. None of this crap.